Don't feel like watching movies, so I'll watch people guess them instead. I don't know how it goes, I think it starts with your show. Wanna laugh,
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Valleycast. It's number 1700 Valleycast. This is the Valleycast, not like other Valleycasts, because this is this Valleycast. Da-da-da-da.
And if you listen to the Valleycast, then you will get some Valley ass. And what is Valley ass? Well, let me explain. Valley ass is what you get from me and Joe and Elliot when you meet us at a convention. So if you've listened to this episode, guess what you get? You get to make love to me, Joe and Elliot.
Ooh, that was great. Yeah.
Spitting some
I love that.
freestyle, bitch.
I really, really like that. That was so nice.
Thank you. Thank you. It's amazing what happens when I don't smoke marijuana. Hey guys, welcome to the show.
Hey.
Welcome to the show.
That was so good.
Guys, we love to do this show for you guys. We love to sit and talk to each other and kind of catch up. This is a chance for Joe and Elliot and myself to kind of catch up, talk about what's going on in our lives a little bit. Things are crazy. Things are moving. We're working on things behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, next to the scenes, to the left of the scenes. And things are coming. All right. And when we talk to each other here, the creative spark starts to light a flame. And then we start to think of really cool shit like this. Joe, I had an idea. And Elliot, can I pitch it to you guys?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
In real time.
In real time. Okay, so if I started to do hardcore porn,
Uh-huh.
All right.
what?
Yeah, we're in.
You're at? Okay,
No,
great,
yeah,
great.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm worried that you guys won't want to be associated with me anymore if you could very easily find hardcore pornography featuring me in it.
It just sounds like we get to basically solidify the $2 tier on our Patreon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm never gonna
Yeah.
do that. Probably.
I mean, thinking business-wise, that tier is going to blow up. Yeah.
I used to think that tweeting about jizz and posting photos of my butt would prevent me from getting decent jobs, but I've gotten some decent jobs in my life.
No, all the decent jobs don't exist anymore. You knew that the economy was going to collapse, and you'd have no problem.
Dude,
Yeah,
Steve, you are so bulletproof in that regard that you do tweet about jizz
all the
and
time.
You do still post ass.
Yeah.
And you are still rocking a gift from Outback Steakhouse that they sent you with their own free will.
And let me say this.
Right after you tweeted about jizz, probably.
Dude, and that's the craziest part because I think that, it's so strange how we're selective when it comes to condemning disgusting behavior.
He's wearing a blooming onion.
Here's the
As he says this, he's wearing a blooming onion.
So here's the deal with the blooming onion. The other day, I'd say maybe 3 weeks ago, just out of the blue, it was a super high tweet. I was just hanging out at home. I was chilling, watching something, maybe playing Fortnite with the friends. I don't know. But I just, in my brain, I was like, let's go out back tonight. That's all I thought in my head.
And he had nobody else to bounce it off of in the time because he's by himself in the apartment.
Yeah.
So he's like, I will bounce this publicly.
Yeah, no one can stop me. And it's just, it was literally not, Outback wasn't even tagged in it.
You tweeted, let's do Outback tonight.
Let's go Outback tonight.
Let's go.
That's what I tweeted.
Did you capitalize the O in Outback?
No.
Was Outback one word, or was it let's go Outback?
It was one
tonight?
word. It was one word.
Okay, if it was 2 words, that's insane. If they noticed that.
So I think they must have a team that just searches for Outback on Twitter, and then they just maybe will respond or like or retweet or whatever. And so they hit me up and were like, we want to send you some shit. And then 3 weeks later, I got this full blooming onion printed shirt and
are they
pants.
sweats or are they? It's like sweats.
It's like it's like a
jumpsuit,
tracksuit, like a tracksuit. Yeah. and here's the deal, man. I'm gonna be honest with you guys.
All right.
This isn't a brag, but I've gotten my fair share of like free crap in the mail.
That's
as
not
you
a brag.
have.
Yeah,
that's not a brag at all.
Both have. Well, I'm just making sure. I'm not trying to brag. I've got
you are a god among men when it comes to getting free weird stuff from companies that I've forgotten about.
Don't
for the
you
past
try to
10
deflect
years.
it upon us
Truly,
and say that Elliot and I get free stuff at the same
don't loop
rate
me in
that you
because
get free stuff because it's insane.
Exactly. Thank you,
but
Joe.
you
Because when I
guys know
saw that
what
tweet,
it's
dude,
like.
listen. I know the idea of it. I remember it as a distant memory. But when I was scrolling through Twitter and I saw you dressed as a bloomin' onion, and my first thought was, well, great, Steve got another brand deal, and I don't know how he did it, but he posts on social media a lot, so he gets it. And then I thought to myself, you know what? I bet he didn't get paid $1. I bet they just sent him that onesie.
No, and I'll tell you what, man. I used to get a lot of shit for.
So I called it.
I used to get a lot of shit for doing like free stuff, like back in the day, and I remember thinking like, well, I don't know, because I think it's like visually to me, if you're being sent things, even if you're not being paid for them, then it still at least looks like you're like an ambassador for brands in some way. And I feel like that opens me up to like paid brand sponsorships and stuff.
100%.
So it's like, sometimes you take the hit, you take a free thing, and then you post it, and then the next thing that comes in is like, a nice little payday, and then I'm shilling McDonald's or some shit.
You also have to you have to balance the scales of like, okay, is this thing that I'm shilling for free funny? Because if it's funny,
not
can totally tip the scale.
Not only funny, is it on brand? Because for me, like, I remember I got sent this like floating Death Star like speaker, Bluetooth speaker that you could just put. This was like 7 years ago or something, and it's
1993.
You can put it on your. You can put it on your. Oh, Joe, we need to talk.
Huh?
You put it on your. Huh? You put it on your desk, and then it has this like magnetic Death Star. And you're supposed to be able to like place it on top of the base, and it'll float and then play music and shit. And that sounds cool, right?
You got a wizard toy.
They sent it to me, and I did.
Wait, I remember this. I think I remember this from 7 years ago. It was trash,
yes, it was
right?
absolute trash. And I tried.
Okay, great.
I tried to get it to do what it advertised as it being able to do, and it didn't work. It just didn't fucking work. And so I made. They asked me if I'd make a video unboxing it and using it. And so my video of it, which is still on the internet somewhere. You look into the directions here, is like absolutely like I can't get this fucking thing working. So it's like so if it's on brand for me, and if I can have fun with it like that, then certainly I'll do something. And I think a fucking bloomin' onion jumpsuit is like super on brand.
Also, if you're not doing it for money, you have total creative freedom to make it as weird as you want, which sets you up later to be like, here's some other things I've done. Here's a tweet I did when Outback sent me something. And then you can use that in negotiating with actual brands who you feel inclined to do more for since you're getting paid by them.
Right.
And like I explained to you when I was texting you about it, Steve. I think so. At the end of the day, nobody can accuse you of selling out if you didn't get paid.
Right.
And who cares? Who cares?
So this is what I was gonna say though, and then we could put a pin in it, or we could just move on.
Or we can go to Outback.
So I've been sent
okay, great.
I've been sent like shitty promotional clothing items, T-shirts that say some dumb shit on it. Some movie
Bratz and
or
Beretta. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
It
Bratz
wasn't
and
the highest
Beretta.
quality.
fucking Smosh.
They didn't pay you either, Bratz and Beretta.
Mythical. I got all these fucking shirts. And sometimes, like, you know, I'll get sent a fast food thing or some kind of like, you know, company that makes food or something, and then they'll send like something like this, and I never wear it. I don't like it. It's not really me, and I don't like it, so I'll just give it away, or I'll take it to Goodwill or something like that. But this one, I was like, this is so ridiculous, I got to at least try it on. And I'm telling you guys, I put this on at like 11 a.m. yesterday, and I have not taken it off.
Wow.
And I've got
you
the
slept
whole
in it? You slept
look.
fully in
Oh
it?
yeah. I've got like the pants. I don't know if you can see the pants.
Yeah.
You slept as a bloomin' onion all night last night when you
All
went to
tucked
sleep
in,
and were dreaming?
like a bloomin' onion. Yes, sir. And I'll tell you what,
Much
man,
like a bloomin' onion.
so comfortable. It's just very comfortable. So
Then they nailed it. They did what they needed
Yeah,
to do. It's great.
What's the trick? Do you not wash it, or do you not? You have to wash it, but do you not dry it so it doesn't lose that like?
yeah,
probably nice and pilly.
I'm concerned because it feels like the kind of material that after a few washes might not hang.
I have a question
Yeah.
for you
Brett.
guys in regards
Yes,
to this
Joe
topic
Brett.
that we're talking about.
Yeah, the guy with the hat.
Because I go back and forth. Actually, there's no back and forth because I have my way of doing things and Heather has hers. When we buy new clothes or I get new clothes or I get MeUndies in the mail, I never wash new clothes first before I wash.
No.
I want
No,
that
no.
new clothes feel. I need it on my body. I'm not going
Right.
to rob myself from the one time the clothes feel like that. And
Right.
She freaks out. She thinks I'm weird and thinks
No.
everything should be washed first. So I'm not crazy. She's crazy.
I mean, Elliot, what
That's
do you
more
think?
OCD. That's a.
More
Yeah,
of a
I don't
germ
know anyone
thing.
who. There's two layers to this. One is if you want to wash your clothes before you wear them, I think that's great, and you should. Two, if you don't want to, I think that's great. It should, and you should, and it's what I happen to like. But if she thinks it's weird to not
She
wash
thinks
clothes,
it's
that I think is interesting.
I think it's less OCD, but more like if you maybe in the mail is a little bit different, and she's just transferring her like I just bought this from Target, and other people probably were trying this stuff on type of scenario, and you bring it home.
Yeah, it's not uncommon. It's not uncommon.
Let
and
me
I've
ask
heard a
you
lot
this.
of people talk about this.
Joe, would you extend your policy to things like dishware? Like if you got a nice glass, would you wash the glass first?
How was it
You sh-
packaged?
You should. Even if it's
You got
packaged.
it right off the shelf at Target. It was at
That's
Target.
that
had a
I'm
barcode
probably
stick-
washing.
Yeah, you know
At
those
least
like
rinsing out.
you know those
Rinsing
like
out, rinsing
metal
out. Yeah.
those
Yeah.
metal water bottle things that are like all fancy and they're like, ooh, I want one of those. It's metal and it won't
Yeah.
break or whatever. Inside of those things when you buy them is a little strip of like paper or like cardboard. And they always say to wash it before you use it because there's always like chemical treatments and things that they do to the products before they go through all these washes and weird things.
Yeah, and maybe I'm being weird about clothes and maybe dishware a little bit, but because like I'll take fast food home from like
I would like to know the
McDonald's, and
audience's
I
opinion on
always
this.
run that through the
Oh,
dishwasher.
I wash my food in the water
Every time, yeah.
We have
I'm
a
taking-
shared.
I appreciate what you guys are doing, but I am really interested in Heather's stance on this as being something. Have you guys gotten into many conversations about this, or is this a one-time thing that you noticed? That's sort of
No.
quirky?
It's like, I mean, she's definitely acclimated to my existence and what it's going to be. But there's always, if she sees me take my MeUndies, not sponsored, I don't think this episode, but maybe it doesn't matter. Love
We'll
them.
see.
If they see, if she
It's a
sees me
surprise.
open the MeUndies, and I got that bamboo texture, that microfiber modal,
Micromodal, baby.
It fits
goodness,
nicer. It fits.
it's going
nicer.
on my body, like
Yeah.
almost
It
immediately.
fits so much better right
Yeah.
out of the bag.
And it
yeah.
But
feels
she's
so
like,
nice.
you
Night
should
and
wash
day.
that. She makes sure to let me know that I should wash it. She's
Well,
not
here-
like aggressive about it. Just kind of, you should wash that. I'm like, no, I shouldn't. And then it goes on my body.
Well, Joe, I think you'll be happy to know that a quick Google search brought me to wash.com. So, we'll see where this goes.
Yeah.
Wash.com, whatever that means.
Big wash.
Yeah, Big Wash is saying, yes, you should always wash new clothes before you wear them. Now hold on.
And what website is this? What website is this?
This is called wash.com.
It sounds like they might be in
Okay.
the pockets of Big Washer.
Big Wash.
Really?
Big water.
I'm going to go to flossing.com and see what it says about flossing.
Big soap.
Bet they'll be for it.
This is what it says. That bright new dress or crisp
Yeah.
white button-down shirt, so perfect right off the rack.
Yes, it
Doesn't it?
does. It feels perfect right off the rack. It's not sometimes.
It's safe to put it on as soon as you leave the store, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's not the case.
Wash.com says.
Studies have shown. I love that you can say studies have shown in
anything.
any
Yeah. Yeah.
and people are like, oh, all right. Studies have shown that new clothes are actually dirtier than they look. Okay.
Oh,
And
good
you-
job, study.
And you absolutely need to run them through the washing machine at least once before wearing them. All right, let's.
At least once. They're suggesting twice. like,
Yeah.
once or if you wash your clothes twice before wearing it, that's insane.
I wash it twice just to be safe. It's such a waste of water and shit. Anyway,
At least once.
I say that
bare
as I
minimum once.
as I spray my ass with water every time I go to the bathroom to take a poop. It says New York University microbiology professor Philip Tierno, who may or may
Sup,
not
Philip?
even exist, conducted studies in which he tested clothing from popular chain stores, including blouses, pants, dresses, swimsuits, and Joe, you ready for this?
No.
Underwear.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah, but
tried on
this is
and then
different.
put back. In research,
Right.
he found clothing that contained norovirus bacteria, including strep and
right.
staph,
Mm-hmm.
and even fecal germs. Poo-poo. There's poo-poo on new shirts. Tierno told the Huffington Post that
Poops on everything.
poops on everything. Yeah,
Poop is on-
yeah. You're breathing in poop
Constantly.
all
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Did you? Oh, did you?
You smell a fart. You're breathing
Oh yeah,
in
you're
poop.
tasting it. You're eating it. You ever put your hand on any doorknob, even in your own home?
I need to interrupt and talk about
Okay.
something. That's fascinating what they're saying, but I don't believe them. I think they're
Let's see if we can
biased.
find something else somewhere else.
But speaking of dirty things, have you guys watched the newest crime scene documentary on Netflix
Don't talk about it.
about this
Wait. Which one? Which one?
No.
about the Cecil Hotel?
Yeah, don't talk about it. Is this the Elisa Lamb
Can I
thing?
talk a little?
Is Elisa Lamb thing?
You haven't seen it?
No, I won't. I don't say a word to me, man.
Well,
I'm
let me.
so
this isn't about the
excited.
documentary.
Oh,
This isn't about the
okay,
documentary. Do you guys remember at SourceFed when that video went
Yeah,
viral?
yeah, and it's terrifying to me.
Wait, what was? Oh, can
It
we?
still freaks me out.
You remember, Joe? You were there. It's a woman. It's security footage. Woman
Like a
gets into
young
an
woman.
elevator, and a young woman. She starts acting very erratic.
and she goes into the water.
And-
she goes into the water tower.
Well, yeah, it's that,
She ends
yeah,
up
but
in the
yes,
water
there's-
tower is what
she
the-
ends up in. And this is a 4-episode documentary about that entire thing and how there's a bunch of people in it who call themselves. I won't go into it.
Oh.
Yeah,
But
don't.
there's a bunch of internet stuff that's so interesting and sad and weird, and y'all should check it out.
You just went to a
immediately.
corner of my brain where that memory was
Dude.
hiding, and you just
Same,
opened the door.
same, dude.
And now I'm like,
As-
oh my god!
Yeah, I was like,
I mean, okay,
yeah,
so
I was like, I remember this.
without your knowledge,
We were like hunched around. It was one of
Yeah.
those few times that SourceFed where we were hunched around the same video, like, oh, this is crazy.
yes, and I'll say that there's a lot of people that say that she was on drugs or something, and I'm sure the documentary goes into it, but it's just so strange. And she's just this college student and she's just like visiting or something. This is all what I remember from years ago. It's always terrified me because for people who don't know what the fuck we're talking about, essentially this woman goes into an elevator in security camera and it looks like she's being chased by someone. It looks like she's in peril. She's scared. She's looking out to see if anybody's there. And she looks very frantic and frenzied. And it's not fun to watch.
It's like the footage. It's reminiscent of footage in a ghost movie.
Yes.
Of like security
Yes.
cam footage.
Yes.
To make you feel off base and weird. So you're automatically put in a weird place mentally because it's voyeuristic. Like you
Yes.
shouldn't be seeing it.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, when she gets on the elevator and she's all scared, she immediately hits. Think about this: all the buttons on the elevator, every floor.
Yeah. So anyway,
So if you imagine that, that's terrifying.
yeah. So it's so there's a documentary on Netflix about it, and everybody's talking about it. I'm trying to stay away from the stuff about it because
I got weekend viewing stuff now.
but I also haven't been able to like really watch it yet because it scares me. Like the footage scares me. It's like
I was creeped
it's
out.
Like that's the kind of stuff that freaks me out. Like I wouldn't be able to watch that at night. So I feel like I can't watch this documentary at night, which is when I would have the time to watch the documentary. So I just haven't watched it yet, and I'm trying to stay away from all the stuff about it. But I'm so fascinated. I'm so excited. Was it good? Good. All right.
Have
Very
you guys
good.
watched the newest episode or the newest season of Unsolved Mysteries?
No.
You should.
I think I've watched most of them. I think there was a few that sounded kind of boring.
There's
and I
one that
didn't.
is reminiscent. Also, double reminiscent drop, Joe.
Wait, I think I know. What you're...
It's
Wait,
about a
what?
politician. Like he was a prominent politician in D.C. that it's kind of like the same thing that we're talking about. They found him murdered, but then they go through his erratic night, a bunch of security cam footage, just tracking his steps and stuff. It's a mystery of how he dies, never solved. Watch that episode. It's crazy.
Okay.
I
So
will. Yeah. I'll definitely check that out.
So I decided to do a little deeper dive into the washing your clothes before you wear them debacle. And according to Reddit, this is what I'm kind of finding from a casual browse of several publications that discuss this. But what I'm seeing is that it seems kind of like across the board recommended to do that. But what I'm seeing is that it kind of comes from a place of maybe not wanting to have someone who tried on a shirt like try on it actually like own that shirt after someone
is
tried it on.
Where I think Heather's mind is at for the
Right.
most part. And when things come through the mail, like a MeUndies sponsored maybe, or Stitch Fix sponsored maybe.
It is this one. It is.
Hello. You don't. Maybe it's not as important.
No, it's not.
Yeah, but
I got an email from them. That's different.
but never mind. We'll cut it out. But also
No, it
people are
is
saying
HelloFresh
that
and- oh my.
a lot of clothing is often treated with things that like prevent wrinkles and crinkling and looking like shit in the store. And some people are like, I don't want that on my skin. I don't know what it is. And then the other thing is the smell of like new clothes, right? So if we're talking about new clothes, some people find it comforting. For me, like, have you guys ever bought like a denim jacket? And denim has that really distinctive kind of smell that's like a strong kind of
Scent de denim.
yeah, and it's like, hey, this is just what denim smells like,
French.
right? And it's like, actually, it's what the chemicals they use to like stain it and treat it and like give it all of its stuff smells like. It's not what the material smells like. So like one day I got this
Wait, isn't
new.
that what you just?
What's that?
Wouldn't that be when they treat it? So that would be the material, right?
Well, but they're
Like when they
treating
make
it.
denim,
They're treating it with
or
chemicals.
like in the store.
though. In when they make them, like when they
Yeah.
make them, they like the
Okay.
denim is like denim,
Coat 'em.
and then they like coat it in this stuff that treats it and keeps it like waterproof. and
veneer.
shit. Yeah. And that's the smell like you're smelling. And one day I got this nice new denim jacket and I was wearing it. And Alana and I were out, and Alana was like, "Holy shit, man! That is a strong like chemical smell." And I was like, "No, it's not. It's what new denim smells like. It's nice. Like when people give me a hug, they just, ooh, that's a nice new jacket I smell there." And she's like, "No, that's actually chemicals, and it's
That's
real
sulfur, Steve.
bad. It's bad." But then I was thinking, okay. So let's say those chemicals.
And then you just passed out.
I was like, yeah, right.
The smell.
But here's what I'll say, and I'll close the lid on this one for my thoughts. I've been wearing fucking new clothes off the rack, like, humble brag.
Now that's a brag.
Since I was a little child.
I've been wearing new clothes every day since forever.
Well, I'm not talking about Nordstrom. I'm talking about like the fucking Dollar Tree and shit. Like the T-shirt from the Rite Aid that my mom was like, "Oh, it's got a Ninja Turtle on it. I'll give it to him." And then, not to mention the countless, like fucking thrift store shit I've like put on for a joke or worn because I thought it was cool. And I think that maybe I've built a tolerance, like some of you have, to some things that could be harmful to you because your body kind of got used to it.
Maybe you already got the COVID vaccine on accident.
Maybe I got it from denim.
You built it right up.
Yeah.
Second dose too. Do you guys have I get like first wash jitters and worries. Like, that after the first wash it's gonna fit differently.
Yes.
It's gonna feel differently and smell differently.
Right.
Damn. And you look at the tag and
Well,
you're
none
like,
of
this
us
is
are
cotton.
shaped-
And you're like, I don't know if cotton shrinks. I'm not smart enough.
Right.
Yeah, none of us, of the three of us, I don't think any of us particularly fit into the typical shape of a man.
No, we're all different. We're all
Like, Joe, you're the closest. But, like,
yeah.
it's still tough to, I feel like everything fits
I'm just a
wrong all the
potato.
time,
Try
so-
putting pants on a potato. Where's the
I will tonight. And I will update you.
Yeah. No, I
I'll
mean,
let you
I just
know.
think it probably comes down to a preference, but also like I'm not going to give people shit for wanting to be safe and stay away from like, chemicals and shit.
No, it's the caring that I still don't understand. I don't
caring.
understand about caring if someone does or
Yeah,
doesn't
I'd like
do it.
if Heather wants to wash her clothes, I'm like, sure, wash your
Yeah.
clothes. But first, I'm going to wear them and get the first pre-washing, non-wash wearing out of it. And
Yeah.
I feel pretty every single time that I
That's
do.
what it is. It's about feeling pretty. Yeah.
Yeah,
it makes you feel nice.
And
makes me feel nice.
Also,
Not clean, nice.
it's
That's
it's
good.
no
I like
it's not a secret that a lot of these clothing stores, like, I won't name them by name, but let's just call one of them
Outback.
J and C. And we'll call one of them Outback, where they sell clothes. We'll call them J and C.
He says wearing a bloomin' onion.
or those fucking stores in the mall, like the ones that are like fast fashion.
Dillard's.
They take things they
Dillard's.
saw on the runway,
Belk Lindsay.
and then they replicate them with like cheap materials, and they're like known to kind of just be shit materials, and they fall the fuck apart after they're washed and shit. Like, it's known a lot of this stuff will fall apart like after a few washes. So it's like, I want to get as much mileage out of this fucking $30 pair of pants I got.
Uh-huh.
I want to get the mileage out of it. I don't want
All
it to
right.
fall apart.
Putting a pin in it, but real quick, I do want to know, if you're listening to this podcast, go to our YouTube, find this podcast if you're not watching or listen to it on our YouTube. I have to know, do you guys wash your clothes before you put them on when you buy them? I have to know. Put it in the comments.
Yeah.
I want a
Please
little
be as
poll to
detailed as
happen.
possible.
Yeah,
Do you
I'm
wash
very
all your
interested to
clothes?
read. Yeah, why and why not? Yeah,
I guess and for me, it's like, I don't give a shit, really. Like, it's just like,
Here's what I would wash. I would wash a swimsuit.
before you wear it?
Yeah, for the first time.
What a weird.
I don't think
thing
it'll
for the
change
thing
very
to be
much.
that you wash.
Oh, is it because it's so close
got-
to your boys?
It's got an undergarment, so I don't wear,
Yeah,
wear
you don't
swim
have
trunks.
to.
You don't typically wear underwear.
Yeah.
If it's been tried on previously, I don't know. And also, the material of a swimsuit will probably not change very much in the
I'll
wash.
probably
and also,
lose-
it's a swimsuit. Who cares?
I'll probably lose a little bit of respect and following for this next statement, but I wear underwear 99.9% of the time when I wear swim trunks.
Wow, you're
Always
you're,
have.
You're a freak.
Always have.
There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong
Always
with
have. Never. I've
your
never.
thing.
Nobody
I do
taught me
sometimes.
well.
That. Yeah.
That's just a
No,
way-
there's
that's-
nothing wrong with it. It's weird. It's a weird thing to, again, who cares? It's all great. I say wear underwear if that makes you feel pretty.
Thank you. It does. It makes me feel
I think it's just it's unnecessary.
Shut up.
Hey, you know what makes me feel pretty? Omaha Steaks and HelloFresh. And here's some ads. Well, folks, I certainly hope you're hungry. Welcome to the ad portion of this episode of the Valleycast. I hope you join me for a wild ride all about delicious things you can put inside your body. First up, we have Omaha Steaks. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Omaha Steaks, and you should be. They've been around since 1917, but they're actually really, really awesome. I've experienced them firsthand. I've gifted them to other people, and they are truly never a disappointment. If you're a meat eater and you would like to have some shipped to your house so you don't have to leave home and you can stay safe, Omaha Steaks are exactly what you should check out. Have you ever wondered what makes Omaha Steaks so darn good? Well, I can tell you, it's the aging process. Omaha Steaks age their steaks at least 21 days because that's the sweet spot. It's where the magic happens, folks. You can try those mouth-watering steaks in the Butcher's Best Sellers Grill Pack. We're going to tell you a little bit about that. It includes 4 of their iconic and fork-tender Butcher's Cut filet mignons, 4 ultra-juicy burgers, 4 savory pork chop desserts, and so much more. Go to omahasteaks.com and enter Valleycast into the search bar for a special price on this Butcher's Best Sellers package. Plus, you'll get 4 more chicken breasts and 4 more of those delicious burgers for free. This is not an understatement, folks. It is the best of the best. I love Omaha Steaks, and I wish I had them every night. I really do, and that's not just me saying that. Omaha Steaks has been the leader of gourmet steaks and food since 1917. No one comes close to matching the flavor, tenderness, and value of Omaha Steaks. Not to mention it's so convenient. My goodness, there's nothing better than just it's the best. It's like, because you go to the store and you're like, I don't know, let Omaha Steaks do it for you. They know, plus they have the incredible aging process. It's perfect. So go to omahasteaks.com, type keyword Valleycast in the search bar and order the Butcher's Best Seller Pack today. Don't forget, you get the 4 free chicken breasts and 4 burgers. That's omahasteaks.com, keyword Valleycast. They're perfectly aged, 100% American grain-finished beef for the ultimate in tenderness, juiciness, and flavor. Every order is flash frozen, vacuum sealed, safely delivered in a cooler with dry ice, and stays ready to cook in the freezer for months, so you can do it at your own convenience. All backed by their unconditional 100% money-back guarantee. So, again, head to omahasteaks.com, type in the keyword Valleycast in the search bar, and order the Butcher's Best Seller Pack today. Don't forget, you get the 4 free chicken breasts and 4 burgers. It's omahasteaks.com, keyword Valleycast. You know what else is delicious, though? Other types of food. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about HelloFresh. You guys have heard of HelloFresh. I've heard of HelloFresh. I'm not going to argue with you. Over quarantine, over the past year, HelloFresh has probably been about 60 to 70, maybe 75% of the food that I eat. They are, hands down, one of my favorite food delivery services in the world. They are so good and so wonderful, and it comes with pre-portioned ingredients. You've heard about all this, but the thing is, they'll give you things that you wouldn't even think to even Google. Like, it just takes it takes out, they're just like, you ever heard of these words before? And you're like, no, and then you eat it and you're like, these words taste delicious. They're unbelievably good. They cut out stressful meal planning and grocery store trips so you can enjoy cooking and get dinner on the table in about 30 minutes or less. That's true. HelloFresh offers 23 plus recipes each week featuring a range of flavors, cuisines, and ingredients so you'll never get bored. Eating healthier has also never been easier with low-cal, carb-smart, vegetarian, and pescatarian options every week. And no matter what you choose, every single recipe is packed with fresh produce sourced directly from farmers. This is not a lie. Again, this is all true. I don't know what you want me to tell you. HelloFresh offers the flexibility you need with customizable orders every week, and you can easily change your delivery days or food preferences. You can skip a week whenever you want. HelloFresh's Easy Eats offers tons of quick and easy meal solutions like 10 to 20 minute meals or low prep recipes and quick breakfasts and lunches, perfect for your busy schedule. You know what I'm talking about? It's so good. They're so good. I have them. I eat it. I'll probably eat it tonight. I'm surprised I didn't have it last night, but last night was Valentine's Day. We did something different, but for most other nights, HelloFresh is simply the best. I look forward to it every time. It smells so good, and it's they're pretty. They're pretty to look at. At least the ones that they're nice to look at. Oh, so good, savory, delicious. Okay, enough of it. I'm getting excited. Now I'm getting hungry. I mean, I've shared with you my personal thoughts on the matter. I think you should definitely check it out. And so if you would like to, go to HelloFresh.com/Valleycast10 and use code Valleycast10 for 10 free meals, including free shipping, okay? That's HelloFresh.com/Valleycast10 and use code Valleycast10 for 10 free meals, including free shipping. It's highly encouraged to eat healthy and conveniently. HelloFresh, it's America's #1 meal kit for good reason. So go to HelloFresh.com/Valleycast10 and use code Valleycast10 for 10 free meals, including free shipping. It helps us, it helps you. Now, let's get back to the program.
And
we're back from the ads, everybody.
That was good. Did you guys hear how Elliot brought that all in and then brought it all out? That was amazing.
Boom. Yeah, it was so
if there's
fun.
something I know about Elliot, he's good at bringing it in and back out.
Back out, baby.
Guys, we've talked.
No, but you guys got to watch that series. But anyway, I won't talk anymore about it.
I'll check it out.
So we've talked over the last couple of podcasts about like, oh, we're going crazy because we are. But I really am. And I was starting to think today of like, what's the first thing? Like, if it ended today, like it just ended, and they were like, go back to normal today.
The world?
Yeah. Not
if
the world
ended.
If the COVID ended, and it just like snapped, like Thanos snapped out of existence, and you're like, you can go do whatever you want today. What are you doing? What are you doing right now?
I'm going right to Disneyland.
Really?
Straight to Disneyland.
Which part?
I mean, I'd go straight to Galaxy's Edge and try to get on the new ride, the new Star Wars ride right away.
That's great. I love that.
Yeah.
Answer.
And then I would just I'd go to the Haunted Mansion, and then I'd just go somewhere that had outdoor seating. I'd get a nice meal, and I just sit there and just watch the crowds, take in the deep breath, smell the churros and the popcorn, the laughter, the happiness. That's what I need. I need to recharge my soul.
That's a good one.
I would go to AMC theaters because everyone loves a good movie going experience. And you can find AMC theaters at $AMC if you want to Google what the stock's doing. And don't forget to buy during the dips, hold, and then never sell. 8 stay strong. Diamond hands, not financial advice. I draw with crayons.
That's over, right? Is that over?
No.
Are people still doing it?
Yeah.
Like really doing it?
Yeah. Yep.
Because isn't the numbers
I'm still doing it.
The numbers be low now, right? Like the numbers.
Yeah.
Oh, so bad.
Yeah. So
bad.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not selling.
Yeah. I mean, it can't.
'Cause
it won't always be like that. Like I don't think theaters are going anywhere, and I think that theaters will probably come back in a big way once we're ready to like be responsible humans again.
It's too much of it. There's nothing else like it in our existence.
Exactly.
And live theater is too much. It's too long and too inexpensive, and it's kind of a niche taste. There's just something about going to a movie theater, getting that overpriced popcorn, getting the different, almost more bubbly Coke, and watching it in a communal experience. There's nothing is replicated in what we do as a society, and I think we need it, and we'll need it once like community settings are back, because that's the type of creatures we are.
Yeah, it's going nowhere. And I think like I like whenever someone's like, oh, movie theaters are done for, man, it's all about home entertainment and shit. It's like maybe right now for sure, but dude, at the very least, there's no way celebrities will be able to resist having a big pomp and circumstance dog and pony show premiere for their fucking movies and shit once we're able to do that again. And premieres are such a fucking important part of the Hollywood ecosystem that it's like there still needs to be places for them to do that. And there still needs to be places. There's money to be made there. There's just always going to be money to be made there. Regardless, you can quote me on that.
There's always going to be people who like want to go out for the weekend and are like, what do you think about when you think about going out? It's like movies are top 2.
Dude,
it's
forget.
a 2-hour commitment. That's the thing that I think we never really think of. We complain when it's 2 hours, but it's like I get to pay for a fun, different hour and a half.
Right. And
immersive
retreat. Yeah.
And we forget that one of the mainstays of being a youth is taking someone that you got a little crush on to a dark theater where maybe you can hold hands or kiss or something. And you're not going to do that at home with your parents around. You're not going to do that at home with your little brother being a nag. You want to go somewhere where you're in a dark theater, a spooky movie. So the girl goes, I'm going to hold your hand now. Or the guy goes, I'm gonna hold your hand now. And they're all scared and shit. Like, it's just being able to escape and go to a quiet place in a place like where you feel the energy of other humans. You eat the popcorn, like Joe said, the syrupy soda and shit. Like, there's just we love it so much. It's inherently in our like pop culture soul that it can't go away.
It's the same reason we go to concerts. It's the same reason we go to sporting events. It's a communal experience with other people that you're hoping to feel that energy,
right?
And feel like you're experiencing something in real time that nobody else is experiencing in real time with you. And again, it's the most accessible version of it, because even like going to a baseball game or a basketball game can either get way too expensive or can be too much of a chore depending on where it is, because like there's one stadium over here, but there's 400 movie theaters, so it's
exactly it's more accessible. Joe, I got a question for you. I appreciate you going off and joining us in this like pure endorsement of all the faith we have in AMC theaters, but
I mean, I didn't say that, but you know,
I can't wait to go to a mall and find the nearest GameStop, and I want to go in there, and I want to search through all these physical copies of games that I could
want to pull
that
my
you need to
pants
get
down and take a big fat shit on the floor.
Yeah,
because fuck Wall Street, you know what I mean? Fuck those fat cats.
Was where you were going with this, Joe? Were you saying that you wouldn't know what you would do?
Oh no, I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to.
What is it?
It's nothing extravagant. It's pretty simple. I'm gonna go to like an islands, and this isn't even jumping on the Outback thing.
I love it.
Or a Red Robin. I'm gonna sit.
Red Robin.
Or just some hole in the wall bar where I know that they're gonna give me a big greasy burger. I'm gonna get a big
know your name
greasy burger. I'm gonna sit by myself at the bar. I'm gonna indulge in 2 frothy beers while looking at my phone and eating.
Then who are you gonna text?
I'm gonna text everybody,
or just look at
guys.
Twitter or wherever.
Yeah. And I'm just going to just embrace that normal freaking moment that I miss so much, and I never would have thought that I ever would have. Yeah. And then I'm gonna go to Disneyland, and then I'm gonna go do all.
Yeah. It's the
I
simple
owe Hayden.
things.
I was gonna before COVID happened, I was gonna do like what was gonna be the coolest dad thing that I've done yet. I was gonna go to Hayden's school, and I was gonna take her out of school, like the first class in the morning. And I wasn't even gonna tell Heather. And we were gonna go to Six Flags and just have a Six Flags day.
Love that.
And I haven't had to do that, and we haven't had a moment to do that. And I can't wait to be able to do that with her.
I love that you've got that planned, and you're gonna do it. You're gonna do it.
We're gonna make a video out of it, but the other video is that the day before you do that, Steve and I are gonna show up, and we're gonna take you to Six Flags. First thing in the morning, and we're gonna ride all the rides, and then the next day you have to go back and still be pretending to have a great time.
We should pick them up in a limo and take them to medieval times.
Yeah.
With Shane and Matt Robb.
I like the idea of me going to Hayden's school and being like, forget about school today. You don't have to do homework. You don't have to learn about algebra. You're coming with me. And when you guys come up, you're like, forget about taking your kids to school today. You don't have to parent. You don't have to feed them lunch or dinner or breakfast.
Dude, you should
don't pay
her.
your bills.
You should trick her into thinking you're taking her to like a science museum or something. You're like, look, if I'm gonna pull you out of school, we're still gonna do some learning. We're gonna learn about inertia and gravity and what are the other physics and or whatever. You're gonna learn about like
and roller coasters and fun shit. Oh God, no. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to make her think you're taking her somewhere that's like educational, and then it's just Six Flags, and you're like, all right, here we go.
Yeah, but that's it, man. I just like really miss just being able to do that and have the option, and it's simple, and I kind of like that it's simple, and I think it'll be nice when we can all kind of get back to that.
Dude, speaking of movie theaters, last night, me and Matt Robb and Mike Falzone we watched Yellow Submarine in a VR movie theater. Before the movie, we had this like pre-show where we were just like watching shit. And for some reason, we went down this Michael Jackson rabbit hole. Oh, because I put on Captain EO. Captain EO was playing in the theater. It was so cool. And then we were talking about how, controversy aside, do you guys remember, like, because we've talked about this, how there was a spectacle for any time there was a Michael Jackson music video, there'd be like,
it was like appointment viewing TV. It was like there was countdowns for weeks.
Right.
Like it was big.
Wow. Yeah, like for the black or white music video, I think there was 500 million people watching it.
Oh my God.
Like 500 million. And
500 million?
Yeah.
More than the two United States?
Two United States. Because Michael Jackson, the dude was like everywhere. Like the world, everyone in the world knew who Michael Jackson was.
Wow, that's crazy.
So it was like it was a big deal, dude. And it brought everybody together in this weird way. And at one point, Mike went to use the bathroom, and then Zoya put on the headset, and Zoya was in the theater with us, and she's like, her mind was blown because we're sitting in an empty movie theater and the black or white music video is playing, and Matt and I are just like nerding out about it and talking about the good old days and shit. And Zoya was just like, and I was just like, do you both of you guys remember watching this video with your family? And they were like, oh yeah, absolutely. Do you guys remember watching it with your family?
I don't remember that. My family, my parents they were too busy to be on the pop culture tip. But I do remember.
But you watched it. You also watched it when it premiered.
Yeah. And by the way, quick tangent.
I think we were reading the Bible in my house.
Well, it actually is. That video is taken from the Bible. You'll find it somewhere.
You muted the video and were reading the Bible while you were
all
watching
of that. All that space technology and all they could figure out was a little bit of space tennis. Come on now.
Yeah,
dude. But the point I'm trying to make is that like we all had this shared experience that was years and years and years ago, and I compared it to, our parents were around, or my parents were around for the Beatles, where your guys' parents were around for the Beatlemania and stuff like that.
Yep. My dad was a big old fan.
Like, you can't even imagine what that must have been like to be around during Beatlemania. But we were around during fucking Michael Jackson, King of Pop shit, and there was just as crazy shit going on with Michael Jackson and it being like this huge fucking spectacle. And so we were just talking about that. And then, do you guys remember in the black or white music video?
Okay.
There's like the whole video happens and it's like a fucking masterpiece. It's just like, and it's all a great message. They're bringing cultures together. They're showing on primetime television that it doesn't matter if you're black or white, and it's showing all these cultures and different people, and it's just
then the faces start morphing.
Yeah, and it's just this beautiful representation of the world and togetherness and all of Michael Jackson's music
Zombies.
Connected, like all this beautiful messaging and stuff. And then the video ends. The video ends. That's Thriller. The video ends, and then you're like, my God, he's done it again. It's a hit fucking song. The video's like a fucking movie. It's so great. Oh God. But then it like keeps going for like
with
another
some Macaulay Culkin stuff.
No, not Macaulay Culkin. Wait, what's the Macaulay Culkin stuff?
Remember when he's like listening to the music in his room, and then George Wendt comes up?
That's how it opens. That's how the video opens. The way it ends is the music, the song ends, and it's like, oh my God, you're blown away by how good it is. And then it goes into this like short film, no transition. It just cuts from the music video straight to Michael Jackson in an alley. Like, well, first it's like a black puma, and it like walks into the street.
Yep.
And then he morphs into Michael Jackson, and then he just starts dancing, and you're like, what is this? What are we looking at? What are we doing here? And then he's just dancing and dancing, and you're like, okay. And then he gets on top of a car and starts smashing the shit out of it.
Yeah.
With a stick, and you're like, what is this? And no music ever happens. There's no music playing over
He's just
it.
doing he's smashing shit, and he's doing his Michael Jackson screams.
Yeah, he's just screaming and beating the shit out of a car. And then, yes. And then 7 minutes later, 7 minutes later, he turns back into a puma, and then he runs off, and then that's the end. And we were watching this in VR, and all I could think of was like 500 million people watched that. Dude, rewatch it. Go find the black or white music video. Again, controversy aside, watch the whole video from start to finish. It's like maybe 12 minutes. Dude, I'm telling you, it's bonkers. And all I could think of was like, because I was curious what you guys thought when you saw it. But if you don't remember, I asked Zoya what she thought, and then Matt, and then we all kind of compared our thoughts. And I think at the time, we were just like, Michael Jackson is the king of pop. Motherfucker can do whatever he wants. He earned the right to do an 8-minute fucking beat the fuck out of a car thing. And my little 9-year-old mind or 10-year-old mind was like, this is beyond me. This is art that I don't understand. So let the man do his thing. But as an adult that's seen a lot of art, all I could think of was like, what the fuck was that? Why did he do it? And why were we forced to watch that?
So I could tell you what I thought back then, which was absolutely nothing. I watched it and I went, that's
Cool.
just Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
That's just, he had a free pass, and he like,
totally did.
We were too young to realize that like the eccentricities of it all, and like to even for a minute think it was weird, because we were just like, that's Michael Jackson. He does what he wants. And
Right.
also we were just told for 3 weeks that this cool thing is dropping. So we're already sheep in this whole thing.
Yeah.
And then it happens and you're like, motherfucker just beat up some cars and screamed. That's cool.
Do you remember, Elliot? Do you remember that at all?
Some of it sounds vaguely familiar, but no, I definitely didn't like see the premiere of it. But I am curious if you went back and watched older Michael Jackson stuff, if it would still have maybe weird shit in it that you didn't.
Dude, excellent point, Elliot. I'm glad you bring that up, because every single thing Michael Jackson has made has a weird moment like that in it. It doesn't make sense. It's uncomfortable and strange. And it must be just him going like, and then I want to turn into a puma and beat the fuck out of a car. And they're like, cool, dude, whatever the fuck you want. You are God, sir. Dude, because Moonwalker is the movie that's like disappeared to time.
I want to turn into a fucking car. At the end of that. I want to turn into a big old car at the end of that movie.
And then I want to turn into a giant robot and kill all the bad guys. It's like, okay, what?
Okay, my next album, I'm gonna call it History. And then remember that 3-week build-up we had for the black and white music video? We're gonna
Yeah.
do this for like 4 motherfucking months.
Okay.
And we're gonna have a big old statue. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be me. It's gonna be like the Statue of Liberty.
And then
But
they
it's gonna
go,
be me.
and then they go, so we'll do a drawing and a painting. No, I want a real
Man,
one.
a real one.
I want a 900 foot tall. But dude, Elliot, this is what I want from you. Elliot, I want, if you could, you don't have to do this, but I would love it if you and Grace would watch the black or white music video. And you don't have to film yourselves watching it, although that would be really fun. And then watch the black or white video, and then watch the whole fucking thing through to the fucking puma and breaking the car and shit. And then I want you to report back on the next episode of the Valleycast and tell us Grace's thoughts and yours and your thoughts as an adult, as a conscious adult. What the fuck is going on, and what did you think of it? That's what I want.
I can't wait.
Wonderful.
That's a great idea.
Wonderful.
I'll do that. Yeah.
All right.
That sounds
so freaking funny.
It's so funny, dude. And we're just like, dude, and the crazy thing is we kind of tuned out a little bit, and that's what just happens when you watch it. Because you're like, the video is so explosive and incredible and beautiful and well made, and then it just goes into that thing, and you're like, what am I like? What? Like, you tune out because it's like, what am I looking at? I want a deep dive fucking essay on what the fuck was going on there, and why nobody said maybe we should cut that out of the broadcast and make it a thing that you can get on VHS.
Just had, like, what if they just had to fill like 7 minutes?
Guys, we got 8 minutes. What are we gonna do? Well, I have an idea about this puma.
Someone just told Michael Jackson. What about the puma thing?
He finally got his shot. He's like, we're doing
We really can't say no to the Puma thing anymore.
It's a go for the Puma.
If you just take the thing that Michael Jackson attempted to do, and I don't know if he really did it, but I don't think he actually succeeded in doing this, but we all were just like, sure, we'll give it to him. It's Michael Jackson. He tried to, in every single music video, whether it's in the music part or in like the pre or middle or end vignettes that he would make, he tried to make dancing the way he did with the like staccato hits and and ohs. He tried to make it the most masculine motherfucking thing on the planet. Like, he turned it into fighting. He made it seem like he was an MMA fighter, and I don't think any of us bought it. That's the thing. We weren't like, that'll get him. We were just like, it's Michael. But now take every single one of those moments out of context and imagine somebody doing what he's doing, like in a bar fight.
Like someone fighting who, that's I've never thought about that. That is exactly what it looks like. It looks like he's angry and he's trying to beat somebody up. That's not really there.
And actually is kind of doing that in some videos.
Yeah, so much of his songs, and especially after because the dude blew the fuck up and then couldn't be a human and was very destroyed as a child and things like that. And then he got to a point where he was like, bigger than God in so many ways, debatably. And then you're like, how do you make decisions? Like, how do you like, what is your life at that point? I can't even comprehend it. So it's like it's just brain breaking, dude. It's brain breaking shit. And all of his music, the messaging in his music, a lot of it, once he got to the point where people were like, writing all that shit in the tabloids about him before the controversy. Like, I'm talking about like he sleeps in a hyperbolic chamber and he's like bought the Elephant Man's bones and shit. Like he like would write about vanquishing the paparazzi and kind of like blocking out the haters in so many ways. So I think that's where all that machismo kind of like stuff comes from, is him kind of like defending himself and keeping away the haters and shit. It was interesting how he dealt with that.
Yeah, it was all kind of like, I think, a cautionary tale that 100% played out, minus all the crazy, weird, bad
controversy.
Shit. But like everything, like the steps he took, I think were pretty much like a checklist that you might have if you were a rich person that could do everything you want. Because he started with the prototypical first step. He's like, Michael, you're rich and you're famous and successful. You can do whatever you want. What do you want? What do you want to buy? And he's like, I want a fucking monkey.
Okay.
And they got him a monkey. And they're like,
it's incredible.
Like, check mark, Michael, you did it. You did the thing that every person does when they become rich and famous. They buy a monkey. What do you want to do next? Can I buy an amusement park and live there? Yes, Michael,
Yes.
you can buy an amusement park and live there. And then he just went down the
Can I live in the Pirates of the Caribbean? Well,
Okay, Michael, you've done that. Step 3, what do you want to do? Well, I have an idea about this puma.
Oh no! Here comes the puma again.
He's going off track.
Yeah, I mean, I feel it's interesting because Matt was saying he liked do you remember Ghosts? Ghosts is Michael Jackson's so he did Thriller and then he did Remember the Time.
You remember?
And then Black or White, right? Or was Black or White
something like that
before end of the,
Remember the Time might have been after Black and White.
Yeah, it might have been. So I think it was actually.
And then Scream.
Yeah.
Scream was the last big thing.
Yeah, but dude, Ghosts. A lot of people don't remember Ghosts. It was like another ABC or NBC fucking thing. It was 30 minutes and it was like kids going into a haunted house and he plays like a white guy that's like leading the kids through the house. And then he plays Michael Jackson and then there's all these ghosts and demons and shit. Did you ever see that?
I might have. I'll have to watch it. When you watch something that you haven't seen forever, but then you see the images. And it's like, whoa!
Yeah. It's underrated and it's so fucking bonkers. And most of it is, but Matt was like, I prefer Ghosts over Captain EO. And I was like, that's bonkers. And totally Captain EO is him going like, all right, Michael, what do you want to do now? I want to be in a Star Wars.
I want to make Star Wars.
Yeah, and they're like, I can't really make a whole Star Wars. What? I want George Lucas. Oh, fuck. All right. Well, get George Lucas. I want Francis Ford Coppola. Oh, fuck. All right. Fuck. And then he was like, I want to be Peter Pan now. And he was almost fucking Peter Pan in Hook, dude. Did you know that, Elliot?
Man, I'm really, really glad he wasn't.
I know, but that almost happened. It was like this close, dude.
That's crazy.
Whoa.
Michael Jackson as Peter Pan in Hook.
That changes the
No one
whole
would
movie.
ever watch that movie. Yeah, I would never watch that movie.
Even then, people would have been like, I don't like this. I don't like it.
Oh man, I don't know, but for me it was like I had really kind of like I took a big Michael Jackson break because of all the shit that happened, and I was very much like I can't even hear his music because I don't know how I feel about this, and I don't know if we'll ever know the truth, and it's just like really weird and sad and messed up. And so watching all this stuff last night made me remember that regardless of the terrible things he has been accused of in his life, he made amazing art that was all about helping the environment, loving your neighbor, no matter what color they were, being a good person, doing all of those things. And that's what all of his music was about. So it's like, at the very least, if the dude was like an evil, dark demon on the inside, but he used his power to be like, let's protect the earth and love each other. And it's like, maybe I shouldn't hate him as much as I do. It's just really complex. It's complex. I deal with that a lot in my
It's
head.
almost like the situation isn't.
What are you gonna? What?
Remember the time.
Oh, everybody, that's been our show today. Thank you so much for joining us on this episode of the Valleycast. If you would like to join our fun parties, you can do so over at patreon.com/thevalleyfolk. Feel free to check out our sponsors down in the description. Thank you to Steve and Joe, who will definitely be watching the newest crime scene about the Cecil Hotel documentary on Netflix as I watch Black or White and
Yes!
the Puma at the end.
Yes,
And
I can't
also,
wait.
Movie Game is still available for pre-order, and there's a link in the description if you would like to check that out as well. Otherwise, please subscribe to the channel and like
Guys,
the video. And thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful
thing-
day, and happy Valentine's Day, guys.
The
Wait, one
thing
more-
I'm going to make you do with the next movie, it's so good. The next movie
I
game
can't wait.
twist that I'm going to record with you guys, it's one of those things where I want to just give it to you now and to have you hear
save
it,
it.
but I
Don't
can't.
do it. Don't do it.
It's so good.
Better if you wait.
It's
Wait
so
till
good.
Christmas. And one last piece of promotional material. We've started doing every Wednesday at 2:00. We've started doing a new show called Jackbox and Chill with the Valleyfolk, and it's the three of us or guests or whoever, and we just play Jackbox games with you guys, and it's been really fun. Last week we had Nicholas Hamilton on, and we had such a fun time, and we were laughing so much. And there's a bunch of really cool clips, and so hopefully we'll be able to chop down the best bits into videos that we'll put up on the main channel. But for now, if you want to join in and play with us, go to twitch.tv/thevalleyfolk every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Pacific time and join us. Play some games with us. It's
Trying
very
to get into some regularly scheduled programming
yes.
to get back into it during this nightmare of us being separated scenario.
Yeah, we're trying to have
Oh, God. That was real.
All right.
Yep.
Did you wash that before doing that?
Should wash it now.
thank you, guys.
Bye,
Thank you,
everybody.
Your mother watches this.
Yeah, she does. She expects it.
All right, I'm stopping.